It is time for your March 2025 main monthly reading. Man, 2025's ticking through, man. Before you know it, it's going to be halfway over. Anyway, all right, March 2025 for Gemini. For those of you in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description. I'm doing weekly live $25 readings here on this channel every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You can pre-order on my website. The ones that come in first get read first. If you want a pre-recorded reading, though, I am still currently doing the 24-hour readings only right now. Okay? So, let's see what's happening between single Geminis and the person that you're interested in. Single Geminis and the person you're interested in. What's happening in March? Two more shuffles, two more. Queen of Coins reversed. Two of Wands reversed. Okay, well, with the Ace of Cups reversed, spoiler alert, looks like no new start in love happening. Well, see, I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but the King of Swords came out, but then it turned around reversed. This is a brand new deck, so sometimes new decks can still have a bend in them so they can spin. But either way, whether the King of Swords is reversed or upright, we have the King of Cups here too. So maybe this person's sending you some mixed signals. Or maybe you're wondering, am I just imagining if this person is into me? Because some days you're convinced that the two of you are going to get together and they feel the same way you feel. Other days, it just kind of seems like they don't give a shit at all. So, I think you're tired of waiting. Tired of waiting. Three of Wands. So, Two of Wands reverse, Death card. Looks kind of like you're making a decision to turn your back on this and walk away from it and just end it. What it's looking like to me, Two of Pentacles reverse, just dropping this all together. Yeah. Some of y'all dealing with an Aries. I also have Scorpio, Leo, and Virgo here. Oh, I got Pisces hiding in there too. Well, let's see how this person feels about you then. How's this person feel about Gemini? What are their truest, deepest feelings and intentions? World card reversed. They could be on and off with somebody else, honestly. Emperor reversed again. Page of Swords. There's somebody else in this person's energy. There's definitely somebody else in this person's energy. And I definitely feel like it's somebody they have some kind of past history with. I don't know if this is a person that they're on and off with, or an ex they're hoping to get back with. But yeah, look at all this past energy. This person's energy is mainly in the past. I'm not gonna lie, I hate to get too specific in these general readings, but this feels on and off. Feels like there's an on and off person that they've been dealing with. And it kind of, if I had to say what their true intentions are, whoever this person is, I think they would honestly rather be with them when it all comes down to it. When it all comes down to it, you know, this feels like, you know, that type of person that is on and off with somebody, and then whenever they're off, they go out and play around. When they really want to be with them, you know that little game. It's what this energy feels like, dude. That's what it feels like. Well, let's get some advice for this then. What's the advice? What is the advice? Ooh, Eight of Pentacles. Hermit reversed. Empress reversed. Fool card reversed. Sorry about the background noise, y'all. It's fucking trash day. Hang on a second. I swear to God, I can never have my window open. Okay. So, I mean, if it's really getting to that point where you've been waiting around that fucking long and you're just getting tired of waiting, I think I would keep my options open if I was you. I think so. I think so. Emperor reversed again for the third time in a row, but this time it's also with the Empress reversed. So not only does this person have a lot of insecurity issues, but their energy is not conducive of laying a solid foundation with anyone. Whether it's the person they're actually interested in. If they can't even lay a solid foundation with the person they're actually interested in, they ain't gonna be able to lay a foundation with nobody. But I'll tell you what though, Five of Wands, this is drama waiting to happen. And it could possibly turn into some kind of third party drama. So when you start feeling the energetic disconnect, when you start really just feeling like that, you know what, I should just fucking move on from this. That's a question. That's probably one of my most frequently asked questions in my personal readings. Should I wait for this or move on? I get that all the time. And most of the time, not all the time, about 75 to 80% of the time, it's time to go. Most of the time. Okay, well, all right, let's move on. Let's see what's happening with the person from the past. If you're not interested in or inquiring about a person from the past, this is not for you. What is happening between Gemini and the person from the past? What's happening in March 2025? Ooh, World card. Ace of Swords reverse though. Hang on. Well, this is weird. Because the overall energy is the closure card. But we also have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords reversed. Like this person's been probably waiting for you to reach out to them because they don't know how to approach you. I think they know what they want to say. They just don't know how to say it. They don't know how to approach you. They don't really know how to break the ice. But then we have this Fool card down here. I don't know. There is so much wishy-washy back and forth energy here. When it all comes down to it, I'm thinking that what this person's doing things to try to get your attention with the Page of Pentacles here. And it's probably more than likely going to end up resulting in you all finding closure. Is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a conversation's going to happen. It has to. It has to. But it's looking like a really awkward, weird conversation. It's probably going to leave you feeling uneasy, walking away with more questions than answers. And of course, the good old devil card always has to come out for the past person. So let's just put it like this. They haven't improved their life. No, they haven't. They have not improved their life, especially if they had some sort of addiction issue. I know that's not all of you, but if you dealt with somebody with some sort of addiction issue, I think they're worse now than they were before. Let's see how they feel about you and what their intentions are at the deepest level. What are their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Whoop, whoa, Ten of Swords reversed. I know this is kind of weird. When it all comes down to it, I think their number one priority is how you perceive them. But it's not saying why. They may not even know why. But I think they're primarily concerned with how you see them. Like they want you to think that they've gotten over this. They want you to think that they've moved on and they're doing better now. And of course, it's a big bullshit front. Of course they haven't. But I don't even think they really know what they're, it's not like, okay, so when I say intentions, okay, so they want you to think that they've moved on and they're doing better, but why? That's their intentions. Why do they want you to think that? It's not even telling me. Like, they want you to think that so that you'll come back? I don't know. They want you to think that just because that would make them feel better about themselves? I don't know. It's not even telling me. It ain't even, I don't even think they know what the hell their intentions are. They may not have any intentions, to be honest with you. They may not. They may not. I mean, that's the thing nowadays, isn't it? Isn't that the thing nowadays? Most people are so concerned with what other people think about them. But then the question is, why? Why? Why are you concerned with what somebody thinks about you? So they think this about you. Okay, then what? Then what? So people think that you're really successful and happy. Okay, then what? What does them thinking that do for you? Nobody has an answer for that question because it don't do nothing. And I'm thinking, I'm seeing that same energy here with this person. Oh, I don't want people to think that I'm a failure. Why not? So let them think you're a failure. Then what? What's that going to do for you? Nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that this person, they don't really know why. They just care about how you see them. All right, well, let's get some advice for this. What's the advice? Hang on. Two more shuffles, two more. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Strength card. Well, I don't know, man. If you end up in a situation where you're able to have a conversation with this person, don't get your hopes and your expectations up. Because obviously this person feels some type of way. But I don't think they're ever planning on letting you in on how they feel. I don't have any cups on the table here. I don't have none. Ah, there we go. King of Cups reversed. So even if you was to be in a conversation with this person, they ain't going to open up. They ain't going to tell you how they feel. They ain't going to tell you the truth about nothing. Because when all you care about is other people's perceptions of you, eventually you're gonna be left with no choice but to start lying. At some point, when that's your number one priority, you can't. If all you care about is what other people think about you, you ain't gonna be able to be 100% honest. Because ain't nobody perfect, you know? Nobody's perfect, but if you want everybody to think you're perfect, you're gonna have to start lying about something. So they ain't gonna be honest with you about nothing. So I would just say, don't get your hopes up really high. I would use it as an opportunity to get closure. Like I always say, even if you do want to reconcile with this person, that won't be possible unless you get closure and close out that old cycle. No matter what you want to do, you're going to have to close that out. All right, let's see what's coming in next. What's coming in March? Not what's due to come in. Let's just see what's coming in. Whether it's random or contracted or what. What's coming in next in March for Gemini? Whoa, moon card reversed. Eight of Cups reversed, Four of Swords, Nine of Cups. Wow. I'm thinking a lot of you, interested in a past person or not, are still going to have an open door of opportunity to find closure with somebody from the past, because I think that's blocking anything new from coming in. Or at least blocking anything successful. Because it's telling me that anything that comes in right now is going to basically be a vibrational repeat of the past. Because there's still so much past energy weighing on you. So, I don't know, with this Nine of Cups right here, a lot of you are on a little solo path right now. I ain't gonna lie. There may be a potential to kind of briefly connect with somebody. I'm seeing something that might kind of make its way in very quickly, very briefly, but it doesn't last very long. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is telling me that a lot of you March is gonna be a solo path for you. And now, I'm no astrologer, but I've been hearing through the grapevine of astrologers that March is going to be a shit show astrologically. A shit show. Starting off pre-shadow for fucking Mercury. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a Virgo moon and rising. Mercury retrograde fucks me up. It fucks me up. I have a real hard time through Mercury. But there's going to be all kinds of other fucking retrogrades and all kind of bullshit throughout March. And maybe a lot of that is why the universe is putting a lot of you on a solo path through March, with potential for something coming in and out real quick, and an open door of opportunity to connect with a past person so you can release that. That's weird. That doesn't come through like that very often. That's strange. That's weird. That's a weird beard. All right. Well, that definitely throws a big monkey wrench in my flow. Definitely. Okay, well. I guess let's just get some advice then. Yeah, let's just get some advice. Get some advice for the Geminis looking for something new to come in. What's the advice? What's the advice? Ooh, Five of Wands reversed. Some of y'all need to seriously be thinking about past people you need to clear the air with, whether it's romantic or not. Hang on. Y'all, judgment reverse. Look, check this out, y'all. Okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. If you're serious about your spiritual and evolutionary path, like serious about it, eventually, you gonna think of something that you're having a hard time releasing. Now, I'm all for doing all of your own healing. I'm all for that. Doing as much healing as you can in here. But eventually, when you're reflecting and thinking back on the shit you got to release, you're going to think of something that you can't release by yourself. We all do. We all do. Ain't nobody going to heal from every single thing that's ever happened to them just in their own heart. And you know who that person is if you're honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself about your healing, oh, there'll be at least that one person, if you're lucky, just one, that you're not able to release it in here. So what's the first thing you got to do, man? Assuming that you're not dealing with a person that would put your safety or your life at risk contacting. I have to throw that disclaimer in there. I know there's a couple of you that have dealt with people that would put your safety at risk. So with that being the exception, shoot them a closure message. And that's real weird and awkward and uncomfortable, dude. I know, dude. I know, but it has to be done. I just did it last year, as a matter of fact. It wasn't a love situation, but it was a friend that I had fallen out with, you know? And I've been working to transmute and release this shit, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't fully release it. So I shot the person a closure message. And surprisingly, they responded very, very kindly. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And did I close it out and release it overnight? No. It took a few months for that energy to manifest and release. But now, the energy's gone. You may not think that would do anything, but that will drastically alter the course of your path. Drastically. Remember, I will preach this until my face turns blue. You're not healed until you can look back on something and be able to explain so clearly why it was meant to happen the way it happened that you're thankful for it. That's when you're healed. When you're expressing so much gratitude that there are no questions in your mind. There's no unfinished business. There's no unanswered questions. There's no unturned stones. There's no loose ends that need to be tied up. I can look back on that and I have nothing but peace and gratitude in my heart because I understand exactly why that was meant to happen that way. There is no need to revisit it. I have no desire to hop in a time machine and go back and change it. I 100% understand why that experience happened in my story. That's when you're healed. And that's a lot harder to do than you would think. A whole lot. Okay? So be thinking about that. Be reflecting back into the past. Friends, family, co-workers. I remember a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, there was this girl when I was a little kid in school. And I was so mean to this girl, man. I was so mean to her. And ever since I started on my spiritual path, that's been eating at me and eating at me and eating at me. Well, I looked her up on Facebook and I found somebody with that name. And as far as I know, it's a relatively unique name. I've never ever seen anybody else with this particular name. So I'm like 95% sure it's her. And I wrote her the message. Hey, I don't know if you remember me or not. I ain't seen you in about 20 years, but I used to be really mean to you when we were kids. And I just want you to know I'm sorry. I feel like a horrible person for doing you like that when we were little. And I just want you to know I'm sorry. That's it, you know. Never got a response from her, but, you know, sometimes you got to take those actions if you're serious about your spiritual path and you're serious about the direction that you're taking. So be thinking about that. I'm right on board with you. Sometimes it's got to be done, man. And then what does that do? That alleviates vibrational baggage. And once vibrational baggage is released, now you're a balloon. You're ascending up. The primary law is the law of vibration. Once you're vibrating differently, you'll start attracting differently. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Gemini family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. Every Saturday, for now, I'm doing live $25 readings here on this channel. You can pre-order on my website. The ones that come in first get read first. If you want a pre-recorded reading, I'm currently still doing the 24-hour readings only. And all that information is in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay